Hey, Brayden, what's up?
Oh,
Welcome back.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
so everyone, please welcome back to the show Sudbury's very own Brayden Henri. We're thrilled to have Brayden with us again to showcase his latest single, I Lost My Girl, and to talk about his next project. So, Brayden, great to have you back, buddy. And my first question to you: how does your upcoming album differ from your previous work, and what new directions or themes are you exploring in this one?
I feel like it's a little bit than my previous work, just because I'm starting to find my sound a little bit more and, you know, realize what I want to share as music to people, message that I'm trying to share as well. So, and also, the style of music that I'm doing is a little bit different. From song to song, the genre of music that I'm making changes a little bit. Some is more acoustic and guitar based. Some is more piano, and some have more MIDI based inspiration. So
So I'm curious,
Okay.
Brayden,
yeah, I'm excited.
what's been going on? I mean, but I'm curious what's been going on in your life since the last time we saw you, because you've dropped that EP, right? And we listened to your debut single, "Moving On," when you were on the show, and what's happened since then. I mean, have you seen that growth that you were looking for? Have you been
Mm.
received well? What's going on with you since that time?
Since that time, I've been doing more live shows.
Hmm.
I'm working on getting into acting as well. So I've been
Acting.
dipping into that scene. Yeah,
So
getting
like
into some
what? Doing
acting.
what? Give me an example. What
So
have you done?
I started out doing some background acting, and then I did had this one opportunity where I had some lines to say for Letterkenny, so that was a cool thing.
Nice.
Oh,
And
So
yeah,
no way. Dude.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to learning more about acting as well and that industry, and yeah, gaining more experience all around.
awesome. Awesome.
If you weren't doing music, what would you want to be doing?
If I wasn't doing music, if I wasn't doing music, you know, I'd like to. I'm into nature. I like log building, gardening. So I feel
I see
like
that
my
log
focus.
cabin behind you. So,
Yeah,
so did you build that?
yeah, I did. I
I
did
think you
build
said that in the
this
last show,
cabin.
didn't you?
Yeah,
Hmm.
might have. I don't remember, but
So you built it from
yeah.
the
So
ground up with your dad, right, or something like that, if I recall.
yeah, with my dad and my grandpa. Yeah, we cut all the trees off the property here and peeled them and put them together, cut them, notch them, scribe them.
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
quite a process. I enjoy
Yeah.
it. I enjoy, you know, seeing the process of how it starts and how it ends. Just like the music, right? It all starts with an
Hmm.
idea and it builds up from there. So,
So did that kind of nurture your creativity, the log building? I mean, I mean, when you got into music, were you just, musically inclined, or just what was it, a desire to create? What happened?
um, I feel like I feel like it might just be my creativity that came out. I feel like I am musically inclined, and I have natural ability to just hear things. Um, I play mostly by ear. I don't
Oh.
know many of the chords that I play, so it's all pretty much just feeling, and whatever feels right and sounds right to me is what I like to go with.
So wait a minute, I did guitar, right? When I was a kid, and I thought I was good, but I wasn't. but I, but I struggled with like getting the putting the fingers in the right place and making sure I got the fingers right. So how do you
Yeah.
come up? So if you're just listening from ear, how do you come up with the chords? How do you hear it and then know where to put your fingers at? Because I really
Well,
struggle
I
with
do a
that.
lot. Yeah, I do a lot of just feeling around. Like I'll spend some time. I play piano as well, and
Mm.
that was the first instrument that I really started to play. And so it started on that. I would just play the keys until I found sounds that would work for me. And um, same thing with the guitar. I'll just press on the strings and push down on certain frets till I hear the sound that I'm looking for.
Mm.
Also,
Who
I
would
feel like,
Go ahead.
pardon me?
I was
Go ahead.
gonna say, living or dead, who would be the one person you'd want to collab with?
One person I'd like to collaborate with.
Living or dead?
Um, I'd like to.
I,
That's a tough one.
I
There's
know
so
some
many great
guitar.
artists out
You don't want to clap.
there.
Robbie's pointing to himself. You don't want to clap. I know a little bit of guitar. I know A, B, E, F, G.
I could play the recorder.
Yeah, there's a lot. Um, I'd like. I'm into so many different kinds of music. I like. I'd love to collaborate with Bob Marley. That
Oh
would
wow,
be
Mhm.
beautiful.
that'd be awesome.
I like Ben Harper. I feel like that would be a cool collab. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a difficult question. There's too many to pick from though.
So you got the dreads, right? And so you said Bob Marley. So do you pick up a lot from reggae style? Is that ingrained in what you do?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of reggae. I grew up listening to a lot of reggae with my dad, and yeah, it's stuck with me. I love it, and
And
I
you
find
pref-
some of my music is inspired by or kind of has some reggae tone to it.
and I could hear that. I could hear that in the music. I'm curious, like, do you prefer like the Bob Marley reggae, like the old school stuff, or more the '90s dance hall, or more of the like the newer reggae that's coming out now?
Um, I feel like I like all of it, but it really depends on the song for what I'm liking more and the meaning behind it as well. Uh, because there's plenty of old songs that I love, and there are remakes that they're redoing that I really enjoy, and there are some that I'm not as fond of as I am of the original song. So it's kind of a little bit of all of it I like, but mostly I'd say I listen to a little bit of the older stuff more than I do the newer stuff.
Okay, okay, yeah. So
Awesome.
Bob Marley style.
So
Yeah.
we've been grilling, we've been hitting you up with some questions here, and I think that maybe we should give our audience an opportunity to get some ear candy. Brayden, did you want to maybe set up "I Lost My Girl" before we play a short excerpt from it?
Yeah, so I was previously in a relationship, we all been there, and
Mm,
you know,
especially when I was
it
young.
ended up in a split, and so yeah, I ended up writing a song about it called "I Lost My Girl," and I think it's something that most people can relate to. We all go through breakups and that thing, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy "I Lost My Girl."
All right. All right.
I lost my girl not long ago. Said I don't know if she left me or I let her go. I'm headed down the road now. If you had to know, ain't no telling where I might go now. Cause I ain't rode this road before. I sent a shout out to my hometown, but fuck it, cause I ain't going home. Tell everybody that I know now, yeah, it's time to rock and roll. I lost my girl not long ago. Said I don't know if she left me or I let her go. I lost my girl not long ago. Said I don't know if she left me or I let her go. So this a long, heavy road. It's a battle skies that be bleeding through the episode. There's another adversary running through the sky, trying to drive by, trying to where they flash. Say, I say.
I
That's some good
love
stuff.
that little falsetto that you do. Love it.
I love that
Thank
you
you.
don't use that auto tune crap. You have a really nice voice.
Yeah, thank you very
Yeah.
much. I
Use
appreciate
that thing. When people are using those auto tunes, man, and you have a really good mix of styles in there. So you're like listening to when you're singing that particular song, you can hear the reggae influences, but you got a real rock growl to your voice at the same time, and so you can feel that come across. and then it's kind of an R&B song. You go with the beat. It's a real mix of genres in there. It's really good.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, a lot of feeling
So,
to that song.
brother, I've got kind of a spiritual question for you. But
Yeah.
what role do you think that music plays in society, and how do you see your music contributing to this?
I feel like the role that music plays in society is a big one, from, political songs to, songs about yourself or songs about situations. I feel like it helps people through all types of different things, makes people feel all types of different ways. And for my music, I'd like to spread a message. Most of the music that I write is all based on events in my life that I've been through, or situations that I've seen, or things that I think of that, I know can happen, have happened, or might happen in the future. And yeah, with my music, I want to help people, believe in themselves, believe that, if you set your mind to something, you could do it. I want some of my songs to help people get through tough times, and overcome, life obstacles, and yeah, inspire people. So
So I so you
Sounds like the message is steeped in reggae.
so
Really, I mean, reggae is about overcoming. It's about inspiring hope. It's about inspiration, being happy with the simple things. It's really great music at the core. The lyrical content. I'm talking about old school stuff. I haven't listened to the newer, but yeah, no, dude, that's awesome. That universal themes that resonate with people.
yeah.
yeah, your last song you were on here was "Moving On." This song is "I Lost My Girl." So you have some relationship issues clearly. So are you single now? I know a lot of ladies probably want to know. Are you single now?
I'm actually not. I'm actually
Oh,
not right
what?
now.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. All right. Well, sorry, ladies. Sorry. He's not single. But yeah, that's great that the songs really come from like your heart and where you are. So that's an important thing. Now
Yeah.
you talked about political things. Do you have songs where you're kind of talking about some more social political issues?
I do have a few songs like that. I haven't recorded them to release them yet,
Yeah.
but I do have a few songs like that, which
Like what? So what
I
are
would,
they talking about? Just out of curiosity, what type of
you
thing?
know, just about kind of injustices, of the world, you know. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain and easier to sing.
Of course, yeah. Sometimes it's like that.
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, it was
Yeah.
we had an artist on the show not too long ago, and she said that she struggles with being able to speak out to people and talk about these social issues and say what's on her mind, and so she just puts it in her art, and her
Yeah.
arts are really like political and make statements. So I could see, like, instead of saying peace out, leave you, I'm out, I play that song moving on.
Yeah.
So, can you walk us through your writing process for this upcoming album? Because you've mentioned that you're going to be exploring different genres. And what are some of the challenges that you experience along the way?
Some of the challenges that I experience along the way, sometimes it's starting up a song how I want it to, where I want it to go. Um, the lyrics, sometimes I spend a lot of time on the lyrics, like, to make sure that they're sitting right and they're giving the right feeling and the right message, that I want to portray with that certain song. Um, I don't know. I enjoy the whole process. Sometimes it gets difficult, like a little bit of writer's block. Um, uh,
I can see that.
but it
Chat
seems to
GPT.
always pass.
Check out Chat GPT. You get writer's block. I'm telling you, Try some AI. I'm just gonna change your
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Like, no, seriously, when you
I
get
might
stuck,
check that out.
when you get stuck on
Yeah.
some lyrics, throw some ideas out there, throw it in there, and be like, I got these lyrics. I'm a little stuck. Give me some ideas. Because I'm telling you,
Mhm.
I could have like a 40-minute brainstorming session in like 2 minutes with ChatGPT and be, it's like amazing just the ideas that it throws out at you. Just try. I'm serious. Honestly, try it out when you get stuck on writing and see what happens.
Yeah, I will. I will check that out. I
Telling you.
seem to when I
Where's
get stuck.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Pardon me.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, oh, sorry. I was gonna say, where's some of your favorite places to write? Like, where do
Wait,
you
wait.
get your inspiration to write?
Well, Brayden, go ahead and finish your statement. What were you about to say?
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay, go
Sorry.
ahead, Dr. J.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, where are some of your
That's
like
fine.
places to write? Like, I know like Lin Manuel, wrote like a lot of Hamilton on the subway and like gave it a credit.
Yeah.
So like, where are some of your favorite places to write? Get inspired.
My favorite place to write, where I feel most inspired, is actually here.
In your log
I
cabin.
have my keyboard. Yeah, in my log cabin, I have my keyboard, my guitar, my drum pad, my mic, and I have a loop pedal. So most of my songs, when I'm building them, they start off with a loop, and then I'll play around with different sounds and see where I want to go with it. So yeah, usually here, or if I'm I like to be in the nature. So that'd be a place. I have a river that runs through my property that I like to go sit at and play my guitar and
I
come up
like
with
that.
stuff there. But yeah, mostly in the nature or in my log cabin here.
Quick comment online.
Amazing.
Quick comment online from Mike Winter. He says, "You did not just tell an artist to have AI write lyrics. Bless your heart." I did not tell him to have AI
No.
write lyrics. I told him to work with the AI to help get over his writer's block. The AI doesn't, I mean, it can write lyrics for you if you wanted to, but what it can do is like just give you ideas to help keep your mind flowing. So like when you get stuck
Yeah.
and you say, look, I got these lyrics and I'm kind of stuck on where I am. Chat, you can actually write those, what I
Yeah.
just said, the
Yeah.
exact words I
And then
just
what
said.
are some different theme ideas that I can use to get to this?
And it will throw
it'll just,
ideas out
and
at
then,
you.
and if you don't like them, hey, can you give me 5 more?
Yep.
Hey, can you give me 5 more? And all of a sudden you've got this, and that's it. It's that storming capability. Like when you're in the writer's room with someone, you're bouncing ideas
Yep.
off of
Same
them.
similar thing.
And like Brayden, if for collaborations, if you're trying to email someone back and forth, just getting ideas, that can be tedious. It can take days, and you can have that
Yeah.
experience in about 30 minutes with Chat GPT, just that brainstorming. If you know how to ask the right questions, you can get really
Yeah.
good responses and feedback on what you're doing. It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Okay, we're gonna stop talking about AI because in ChatGPT,
Right.
because it feels
The
like
AI
I'm starting to
episode.
sound like right. That's what I'm thinking. It's
Yeah, yeah.
starting to sound like the ChatGPT episode.
The AI is taken over.
So, there's another question. Jack and Robinson says somehow AI is becoming the issue. So, would that be publishing issue though? Who gets the royalties, the artist or AI? But I have to reiterate, it's not the AI is not writing the lyrics. It's just giving ideas. It's pushing ideas out there. That's all it is. It's helping you get. It was like when I was doing the book. I mean, it didn't write the book for me. It was just a matter of, okay, here's some ideas, and then I started to kind of like roll with it, and just took me minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get off of that subject. Any final question?
Let's.
I want to give Dr. J one last final question before we kind of shut down here.
Oh dear.
Unless Robbie, you have
so
a
is
question.
I was gonna say, is it easier to write about breaking up or finding love?
Oh, that's a good question.
I feel like they're both. They're both. I don't know. They're both fairly the same, I believe. I would say. I feel like it depends what you're going through. Like
Mhm.
sometimes when you're alone, you know, you're probably me myself when I'm alone is like I want to, I'd like a relationship or something, I feel more inclined to write about that. But if I'm coming off of a breakup, I'll feel more inclined to write about that, just as it's something I'm going through. I have a easier time, what's the word, relating to it. So
Hmm.
Who's
yeah,
that? Who's
but I
that
feel
singer
like
that
I
So,
you
feel
but
wrote?
when
like
it comes to creative mojo, would you say that it's easier to draw upon a place of happy or a place of pain?
Good question.
it might be a little bit easier to draw from a place of pain. I feel like.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could see that because,
yeah. I
like, I'm
feel
thinking of Olivia
yeah,
Rodrigo, and she wrote that whole album about breakup. Her whole
yeah,
album
yeah.
was just like bad relationship stuff.
Like it was like,
just,
child, please talk
yeah, I
to
felt
somebody.
right. Yeah, that's an interesting thing because I think we've talked about that before on the show. That dealing with uh, pain through your music seems to be easier or more common. Um,
Mhm.
or the best. It seems like the people that put out the best albums or the best music went through some shit. it just
True that.
Yeah.
it just seems like they it's just amazing. So yeah. All right. All right. So Brayden, unfortunately we are out of
Yeah.
time. But I did want to give you a minute to let people know where they can find you and support you, and any final words that you'd like to leave us with.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys again for having me here. Um, you guys could find me on social media under Brayden Henri. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, um, Spotify, iTunes, any major music distribution platform. Um, and yeah, uh, spread love, stay positive. You know, when you think, when you're down, you know that you could always get back up. So I'll leave you
Yeah.
guys with that. And
Nice.
yeah,
All right. We love having you on, Brayden Henri. And so
yeah.
make sure
Thank you
you
very
check out
much.
the new album. Do you have a name for the new album yet? The upcoming
I
album?
don't have a I don't I don't have a name for it yet or
Okay.
release date, but I will be releasing that information soon.
All right.
And I
So
can't
keep a
wait to share it
lookout.
with you.
Keep a lookout,
Yeah,
everybody, and we'll let you know when he does release it. So thank you again, Brayden.
Absolutely.
Good talking to
yeah.
you.
Thanks for having me.
All
Yeah.
right. See ya. All right.
Well,
Great.
love that guy.
Yeah. Good kid, man. Good kid. Yeah, I could see.
Absolutely.
I can see pain being the bigger, and that was a good question, Dr. J, because I could see pain being the bigger draw.
It seems like, all the greats, have, Stevie Nicks' best album song was, about a breakup and made the person she
Mhm.
wrote about play on it.
Yeah, it just really feels like it all comes from the best music seems to come from pain for some reason. I mean, there's good music
because it really does
there's good
resonate
happy music.
universally.
That's true. That's true
There's good
too.
happy music, true, but it really resonates with us. And when you're in that dark space, it's nice to feel connected,
Yeah,
to not
someone.
feel
Mhm.
alone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.